Hello there, Melissa here to do a collective love reading. This is for whomever feels directed or called to the title of this reading. We're going to be looking at the energy you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, and then a potential outcome between the two of you. You're anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. I'm not very good at picking up on more than one story, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm just going to, as usual, bring up whatever messages come through. And again, if the title resonates for you, this reading will likely resonate for you. Let's get going. Anything you need to know about me, by the way, you can find in the About section of my channel. Anything you need to know about booking a personal reading, you can also find there in the description box below. Let's get at your love life, collective lovelies. Male or female, let's get at it. Energy you bring to, now I see why I'm being called to this. We're not believing in ourselves. Somebody's not believing in themselves. We're going to get more. We got the Four of Pentacles in their energy, the Eight of Swords in your energy. We do have the Knight of Coins in the potential outcome. Buddies. Well, to be honest with you, wish I would have stayed in bed. No, I'm just kidding. This is stressful. Somebody's not sleeping right now. Somebody's not getting a good sleep because they don't see like the solid new beginnings coming in love and in just in otherwise. I feel like you guys are feeling, somebody's feeling left out here, is left out in the cold, maybe trying to do some healing. Oftentimes in the midst of this healing, it really just does consist of feeling the pain. I know I say this over and over and over again if you've listened to me before. It is real. The pain has to be felt that, you know, that you've probably been suppressing your entire life. We do this for many different reasons, sometimes because we're told to stop crying when we're a kid. Sorry to say that. And then sometimes because, yeah, we're at school, we can't cry in front of people. We're at work, we can't cry in front of people. We're busy people. But the pain from all the experiences in our lives that really did cause an actual pain within us that we never cried out or felt the pain of does need to come to the surface at some point to be healed. That is what this is signifying to me, is that some healing is being done. And that really does bring you into this place of authenticity. The Queen of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards, and the Star card as well. The healing, the hope, things are coming. Solid new beginnings are coming after the pain is healed. And again, as far as I know, I am not a professional. I am speaking from my own experiences. As far as I know, the only way to get through that pain is to feel it and not suppress it. Okay? That's what I'm getting right now. But it is bringing you into a space of authenticity. That's how we shed the layers of conditioning that we've been buried in, the ego, whatever you want to call it, is by really healing from the pains that we've been suppressing. And it really just like, it's like taking layers of armor off, really is what it is. Coming into the Queen of Pentacles space where all of a sudden you have endless resources in all areas of your life because you're coming from an authentic space. The Creator loves to put the highlighter on or the Star card on, you know, really just illuminates you when you have done the healing that was needed to be done and started living in your authentic truth, okay? Through the healing, you're in your authentic truth. It's just painful, and we're kind of feeling, usually we get a little introverted during the healing time. Not usually. If you're going to do the healing, there's an amount of introversion needed. I will say that. So staying around a bunch of people and kind of keeping yourself busy and preoccupied with things will also stop you from doing the healing that's needed. This is for obviously somebody who's going through some serious, painful things. You've come to the right place. I love you. For those of you who are not looking for some healing, that's, you know, you can check out here if you need to check out one of my other readings. All of my readings are timeless. If a title resonates for you, go ahead and check it out, even if it's nowhere in your chart. That sign, okay? They're all timeless, and they're all for whoever the title resonates for. I love you so much. So we're feeling stressed out, basically. Again, I don't think we see why. I think we're going through some healing that is going to bring us to solid new beginnings that will last a lifetime. Some really sturdy relationships. I think we're kind of letting go of old relationships that were not serving us. They didn't treat us well. And they really do kind of confirm for us all of our own self-doubt. Some of those relationships, they just really keep you in a very, just a low vibration, okay? And this is that. I think this is about being around too many people who are keeping you feeling like something's wrong with you, okay? Nothing is, by the way. You're here, you know, trying to do something about the way, you know, I just get so upset with people that downgrade people that are feeling things. Like, no, we are literally human beings who should feel things. In fact, when we don't go through the feeling of the thing, is when we end up being just mean people, bullies and whatnot, because we're too afraid to face the pain that we've suppressed. Weird messages coming through for you guys. So I feel like people have you feeling kind of guarded up and in your head a little bit, and we're going to get more. We're clarifying everything. The person that you have in mind is the Four of Pentacles, right? So I feel like I feel like they're not divulging anything to you. I don't think they're telling you their feelings, which probably has you stressed out, okay? I feel like you're both stressed out doing some healing right now. That's what I'm feeling. And we got the Knight of Pentacles. It does signify to me sturdy, okay? It's like a solid something. We're not moving quickly because we're trying to do things the right way, healing ourselves first so when we can come into union, we don't come in with two broken hearts, which will lead to our demise, the relationship's demise. It will not, you can't have a healthy relationship when you have two wounded parties coming into it. I think both parties need to be healed beyond a point of flinching, if that makes sense. All right, let's get more. Let's see. Yeah, we're coming to the end of this self-limiting beliefs. Look at that, the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords. Have you ever seen more head energy in your entire life? And I feel like you're feeling a little guarded up, and guess what, baby? It's okay that you are, because when you're going through this sort of pain, mental anguish is what I'm going to call it, 8, 9, and 10 of Swords. When you're going through that sort of mental anguish, I just want you to know justice is going to be served, okay? But it's really important that you stay guarded, okay? I'm sorry to say this. People think it's crazy that I say this. But people, when you're in this vulnerable state trying to heal wounds, you really are vulnerable. And if people are pouring more salt on your wound, let's just say, or picking your scabs, you're never going to heal the wounds. So it is important to kind of stay guarded up, protecting yourself from, people aren't out there necessarily trying to be ishy, I don't think. But the little tiny things that people say, and I don't know if everybody picks up on this or not. I think subconsciously we all pick up on it, and that's why we're kind of all walking around a little unsure of ourselves. But as a psychic medium, the little digs are so, they feel like an actual stab to the heart every time I hear one. And so I feel like that is the reason it's mad. These are people that are not trying to be mean, but they're tiny little digs that likely, a behavior or a way that they were talked to by their friends, by their family, you know what I mean? They're backhanded compliments or whatever they are. I feel like you're feeling a little guarded up right now, and I think that is absolutely fine. I think what these cards are telling me to tell you is that you're coming to the end of this cycle because you're staying guarded. You're keeping people, places, and things away from you while you heal these wounds. And because of that, you're coming into a space of justice. This is like justice is going to be served. You're going to be paid back for all the work you're doing on yourself and for all the love you've put into other things, people, places, and things. We're going to get more on your person here. Yeah, I feel like they're just not moving quickly. I feel like they're trying to get connected to their higher self, the creator. Really could be dealing with a Taurus, Aquarius, a Libra, any earth sign. And I feel like they are holding tightly onto something, whatever that may be. They might, their singlehood, maybe that's what's going on with some of your, that's okay. I'm going to tell you that any of this kind of ending these self-limiting belief cycles out, if we come into a connection before we end those cycles out, we are going to assume they're cheating on us, assume that we're not good enough, assume, that's where all that jealousy and stuff comes from. It doesn't come from, we're not crazy, it's because we don't believe we're good enough, right? We don't believe we're worthy of whatever it is, the connection, especially when you're with somebody that you're, connected to on a spiritual level. This connection is so strong, it's so deep, and it feels godlike, and you just feel unworthy of it when you're not feeling worthy in your own skin, okay? So everything is being divinely orchestrated here as you come out of this sort of self-limiting belief phase. And again, it is just by feeling the pain and doing the healing or whatever. Justice will be served. I don't know, I love this justice card. I almost don't ever give it enough credit. It really means that you are just an integral being, and that don't worry, your integrity is never for naught, okay? All of the times you refrained from kind of falling for or falling into, it's a lot easier usually to be a mean person, or to, if somebody's digging on you, it's easier to dig back or whatever it is. I'm not saying don't defend yourself. I'm just saying if you have avoided, I'm going to just give you an example. If you're a tarot card reader, And you've had people sneakily leaving you nasty comments from fake accounts, okay? Because I know that tarot card readers are out here dogging on each other. I think some of them just are doing it for fun and is pretty harmless. I think some of them legitimately want to sabotage other readers. But in either case, let's just, as an example here, even if you're not a tarot card reader, I'm just going to give you an example, is like you not creating a fake account and doing the same thing to people you think might be the ones doing it to you. You refraining from doing that is how we heal. It is how we become, well, it's integral, and it's how we get righteous things back. And again, they think they're winning because they're, what's the right word here? Because they're getting that instant gratification. They think they've pissed you off, whatever it is. You're literally dropping money into a bucket, like a savings account. You're dropping karma, good karma, into a savings account every time you avoid doing any of those things back. Okay? Weird message. So there must be some tarot card readers watching this. And I just want you to know that defending yourself, like I said, if somebody says something nasty to you, by all means, say something back. I would say, I try to avoid getting too nasty, but I definitely always defend myself. But again, that's not what I'm talking about avoiding. Like, avoid doing the sneaky fake account, trying to get people back that you think are the ones getting you, right? Because that is going to, now you're one of those people. You know what I mean? You're literally just one of them. Again, whoever I'm reading for is not, because this Justice card is in your energy. So you could be a Libra, or you could be dealing with a Libra or an Aquarius. I think I already said this. And a Taurus. We've got any earth sign. We do have in the outcome here, first of all, your person, I think is, again, it's oftentimes I'll say marriage on the Hierophant. In this particular deck, I don't get that energy on it. I just don't get that energy on it. I'm just seeing them really trying to connect to their higher self and figure out we come to a point in our evolution, we all evolve in this lifetime, where it's just like, ugh. Nothing really matters. Like, none of the things around me are substantial, and I've really held on to a bunch of connections that were bar friends or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting right now, and I feel like they're trying to connect to their higher self. I think they're very intellectual, and I think they're having a hard time letting go of that sort of their old lifestyle. That's what I'm getting off of the Four of Pentacles into the Hierophant. I feel like they're trying to connect to their higher self and really let go of all of those old habits, belief systems, toxic friendships, the kind where, you walk out of the room and your friends start talking shit about you. So you're both doing some healing. That's what I'm getting off of the whole thing right now. The Four of Swords did show up in your outcome. I feel like you guys aren't being forthcoming about your feelings. You got the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, so this does seem like your other half. Again, if it comes in now while we're unhealed, it turns into a toxic situation that we need to heal from. Doesn't mean that they're not our other half. It's just like, if we can avoid, coming together until we are healed, then we get to avoid like an entire toxic cycle. Like, we'll have to go through a toxic cycle together if we come into connection too early, I guess is what I'm getting off of this. It does look like your other half. Like I said, the Two of Cups is really about two different entities coming into perfect harmony. I believe your souls, your humans coming into perfect harmony. This is somebody that's going to finish your sentences, kind of like the Lover's card. That's like the minor arcana version of the Lover's card. And I feel like it would be the Lover's card there right now. But I feel like we're spiritually connected. We haven't come into union in the 3D. So, because I think we're both probably hiding some feelings while we're going through. It's important to do that. You don't want to put yourself out there vulnerably while you're still vulnerable and open wounded, So I think you're doing everything exactly the right way. And union will come in as soon as those little wounds. Again, the divine had all this when we are coming into a divine union. Period, point blank. When we've evolved as an adult, I don't care if you're a divine being or you consider yourself one or not. When we're coming into an adult relationship that's going to stand the test of time, it's going to last, it's going to be healthy, we're going to treat each other well, we're going to want the best for each other, we're not going to be competing. Relationships shouldn't be competing with each other. Like, you should not be competing with your husband, wife for, they like me better, but those are called like low vibrational relationships, karmic relationships, whatever you want to call them. Is not how in adulthood our relationships should go, but we've kind of been taught that that's as good as it gets. And it is, in this particular case, if we don't do the healing, the kind of connection that we will come into because we're both flinchy and wounded, okay? Weird stuff. Pay attention to the red flags. I think that's just really stating, please wait until you guys are both healed up, or things will go... regardless, I think you're coming into a space of, because you're doing it right, you're staying protected, you're keeping yourself away from people, places, and things that are going to continuously poke and prod at your wounds. And justice is going to be served regardless. I feel like it's going to be this person, you know, is going to be a part of that, whoever you have in mind. But it doesn't matter. When you come through this healing, it's like you won't even care who it is. You'll just want it to be the authentic love, the real deal, right? Separation, so it does feel like it could be somebody that you have been with and are separated from. Maybe we thought it was a karmic situation, but the connection never seemed to go away, even, you know, no matter how long you guys were separated. Calling in your soulmate, I do feel like this is a soulmate connection. So I feel like this is a soulmate connection and separation right now. And I think we're stressed out because I think maybe you're not even aware that it really is your soulmate. I think you maybe even think that this was just a karmic situation, but it's telling me that, again, once the healing is done, that this will be able to come back, and it is your Two of Cups, okay? Positivity. I'm not a big stay positive girl. I believe in positivity, don't get me wrong, but if you're in the depths of the darkness, there is just no faking. You should never fake anything. Just know that positivity is a gift, and when you are finding yourself unable to be positive at the moment, I'm not saying don't try. Do try if you want, but don't shame yourself if you're unable to become positive in a dark situation. Also, when you try too hard to stay positive in a dark situation, you're really avoiding the healing and feeling the pain that needs to be felt. So that's an interesting message. I love you guys so much. I was really excited. I could feel like this. I thought it was going to be a really bubbly, fun reading. I mean, it's always, there's great things coming, always. It says priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Love of self. That's what I'm going to tell you. Is that one to me really means that you are the most deserving of the love that you have to give, and nobody else. You shouldn't even be worried about giving that to anybody else until you've nurtured yourself back to health. Okay. I love you so much, you guys, and I will see you soon. Mwah.